Hey everyone, thanks for coming out. Welcome to episode 46 of Deadbeat Son with your host Tré Lamb. How you doing today? You doing all right? It's today is Tuesday the 6th or Wednesday the 7th, I guess, depending, or I guess whatever day you're watching it. Could be neither of those. It's it's a beautiful it's been a beautiful week. It's been a good time. I had a good weekend in Ogden. I want to say thanks for all the people who came out to see me. That was a couple shows, got it done. I had my boys on the show with me. Um, no women on the show. I made sure of that, but that's a joke. Had my boys, had Andreas Herrera, Karan Reddy, and Matt Tribe all on the shows. Check them out, look them up. There's some real fun guys. It was a good show. It was a good time. Everyone had fun. I felt good up there, man. I felt good. I was riffing. I little crowd work here and there, and we had fun, man. Hit me up on the Instagram. Oh, sold some merch too, Appreciate the people who bought some merch. Hit me up on Instagram, send me a DM or email the podcast, and we'll come out. We'll come out and do a show near you, cause man, that was fun, dude. We had a good time. um, it's still Pride Month. Pride Month's still going strong. A lot of folks from the LGBTQIA plus SS plus community are they're out there. They're feeling themselves. They're letting you know, hey, I'm gay. I don't do that. They kind of get a pass too. I was thinking about like how gay people kind of they get a pass in society to to be just to be out there showing you, hey man, look at me, look at what I do. If straight people, we really get the short end there, because they tried to. Do you remember when they tried to do a pride festival? Or not a pride festival. They tried to do a straight pride parade. They were laughed at, rightfully so, because that's gayer than the gay pride parade. But I digress. We laugh at them, And I get they were just doing it to. They were just doing it to just be shitheads. Probably just be like, yeah, yeah. Well, I could do a pride. Get out of here, dude. Get out of here, man. We know you're straight. Or not. Maybe, I don't know. The straight pride kind of feels like it was just the gay pride of people who hadn't come out yet. Because they really wanted to be a part of the parade, but they don't want to tell people they're gay. So, parades just are gay. You could just do a parade. Yeah, that's gay. It's fine. But yeah, man, like I got friends who are like women love like a toxic gay guy. They think they have fun. They go, oh my God, you fucking acted like a piece of garbage. That's so crazy. That's so silly. But when I act like a piece of whatever, I'm not gonna get into it. But there is like there is a hierarchy there's like a new hierarchy in privilege, right? And I just mean like I guess it's more of like internet stuff, because, it goes people of color, then gay people, then white women, and then white men. We're not getting much sympathy on the internet anymore, and I saw this when I was thinking about this. You saw that video where that woman, she was a nurse, and she was like, she got off her shift, and she was getting a rented city bike. She was getting one of those like bird scooter bikes, right? And the video starts where she's holding onto the bike, and there's a few guys standing around. One of them's holding onto the bike as well, and they're kind of like, and the guys are telling her, this isn't your bike, this is our bike, and she's going, this is my bike, I paid for this, hey, hands off, bucko, you know. Now the lady was, and still is, as far as I know, white, and the fellas that were, you know, that she was arguing with happened to be black. And oh boy, man, people saw that and just ran with it, dude. She is now, you know, immediately she's being called a Karen and racist, and, you know, trying to steal a bike from a bunch of guys. And this is white woman privilege. The hospital that she worked at put her on leave. Like, they're like, just don't even. Well, I looked into it a little more. It turns out not only is she a nurse who just got off her 12-hour shift, she's 6 months pregnant, and she did pay for the bike. Ooh. Uh-oh. They found, like, her lawyer or something found, you know, bank statements that lined up where she did, in fact, pay for the bike. And now she's out of a job for a little while. That's a tough go. Not only that, but she's like known as, you know, the freaking bike Karen or whatever. That's a rough go. Because I was, what happened to Believe All Women? I thought I was still doing that. Not when it comes, you got to check the hierarchy. You got to check the privilege hierarchy. We don't believe all women unless it's about like sex stuff. But yeah, she got freaking, you know, white guys, white men know to just, well, not actually, that's not true. But yeah, white women will get into it. They'll get into it. And then, you know, they think they're kind of, some of them think they can just, they're just part of the group. They're like, wait. I'm with you guys, you know? That was a good example of that this was like almost 10 years ago, maybe like 7 or 8, where there was that lady. It was a Kendrick Lamar concert, and he was doing a song, or he's about to do a song, and he brought a lady on stage, a white woman on stage to sing along. Well, the song was Mad City. They probably got me down by the end of the song. Seemed like the whole city screaming against me. Every time I'm in the streets, I hear, yeah, mad dog, where you from? That's the part that they did as the intro to the song. And she was singing along, and she sang, the next word in that song is what we call the N word, right? And it's real dicey on when to say it, when not to say it. You're never supposed to say it. However, she just did. She did. God help her. She said it. And Kendrick reacted to that by stopping the whole show. Cut the music. What did you just say? And then he educated her on how inappropriate it is for her to be saying the N-word. And it's just like, man, that just kind of felt like a trap. That really, I kind of feel like it kind of felt like a trap, dude. Like, you picked the song, Kendrick. You knew what song was coming. And, you know, you brought her on. Imagine you're at a concert. At a Kendrick Lamar concert. And Kendrick Lamar himself, from Compton, California, reaches his hand out and says, come up on stage. He extends his hand, pulls her up on stage. Imagine that's you. Imagine he extends his arm to you. He pulls you up on stage. I mean, what more of a pass could you possibly need? What more of a pass would you think you needed to say it? I like to think that as he pulled her up, he like held the mic away. He pulled her up and leaned in close. And he's like, "Go ahead and say it. You can say it. Go ahead." And she's like, "All right, cool." And, yeah. Mad dog, where you from? And what did he think she was gonna? What was she supposed to do? What was she supposed to do? Just go, "Mad dog, where you from?" Fuck who you know, where you from, ma? Where your grandma stay, huh, ma? This mad city better run, ma. That's what I think that's what I would have done. You don't know. I wouldn't have said it. Me? No. I wouldn't have said it. That's what I would have done. I would have done just that. Where your grandma stay, huh, ma? This mad city better run, ma. You know? Poor gal. She really... And then there was another video from that same concert. There's another video that came out from somebody in like the nosebleeds. They were just recording the show. And they when that song was playing, they got like, recorded the people around them. Everybody saying it, man. Everybody saying it. Mm-hmm. But she said it into a microphone on stage in front of thousands of people under spotlights and with Kendrick Lamar next to her. Man, to have Kendrick tell you why you can't say the N-word, you better learn. You better learn. You better learn, man. I don't know, man. Now, imagine if it was like a dude. Imagine if it was like a gay guy. It's Pride. What if it was like a gay guy? Who's like obviously, gay, and then said it. I think that would have been way better. Because you just kind of feel sad for this lady. But if it was like someone who's really, thinks they got that in them. I don't think she said it a lot before that. I would go as far to say she never said it once in her life. And being brought up on the stage, it's the majesty of the moment. It just feels like this is it. This is when I get to say it. I'm going to say it once. I'll never say it again, but it's going to be here and now. I don't know. And now she's a nurse who's paid on leave. Who's on paid leave from the hospital she worked at, 6 months pregnant. God bless her. What if that was her? You ever think about like the celebrities from back in the day and what they're doing now? Where are they now? I think about like the Girls Gone Wild ladies, because like, man, they were really just setting themselves up for nothing good. Luckily, all this stuff came out on DVDs and VHS. I'm sure it's out on the internet. But it's not as bad as like doing porn, I guess, doing pornography or something like that. But they were like in college in like the 80s, the 90s, right? 90s, early 2000s. I was thinking about like, what are they doing now? I realized that like the new Girls Gone Wild is Karen's, right? Like that is today's Girls Gone Wild is Karen's, and because golly, they sure are going wild now. That's what we want from women. And consequently, I was thinking about how the timing actually lines up perfectly. Um, I think that the Karens of today, they very well may have been on Girls Gone Wild in the past. Like the timing does line up perfectly. So like 20 years ago, 20 to 25 years ago, they're out there on, on Daytona Beach, lifting their shirts, showing their freaking stickers on their bosoms. And now it's just them screaming at an airport or on a plane, or next to a city bike, a rental bike. It's just amazing how, like, I feel like there's this generation of women just going nuts, dude. And they're finding, they got to do it. And they're finding new ways to be out there, to be entertaining. And I'm grateful for it. But I think there's got to be at least one, at this point, there must be at least one or two Karens who were on Girls Gone Wild. What happened to the women on Girls Gone Wild? That's what I'd like to know. Anyway, if you can't see, I got a bandage all on my hand here. It's all messed up. Got a big old cut. I was helping my buddy Andy with some labor, some manual labor, and your boy got sliced up. Manual labor, man. Had to make a couple extra bucks, and had to help out a friend. Doesn't hurt to do that, So yeah, that's what's been going on, man. I was thinking about this, about celebrities, man. Like with TikTok mostly, and just like internet virality, the what it takes to be a celebrity today is so. It's just changed so much, man. Like I ran into a guy, and he was doing some wild stuff. He was like climbing, street signs or street traffic light poles, And we asked him what he's doing. This was at an outdoor festival type deal, and he was filming it. And he said, "Yeah, I'm on TikTok. I'm the slip and fall guy." Like, what? And he pulled up a video of him, slipping and falling, and we're like, "Oh yeah, I've seen that." And he was like, "Yeah, that's me. I'm the slip and fall guy." It's like is that what it takes now, man? Like people think they're like household names because they put up a video of them, petting a fat cat. And then the video gets millions of views because it's a fat cat. But they're like, "Yeah, no, I'm the guy who pet the fat cat." What are we doing here, man? What's going on? Imagine being at like an event, some like influencer event, and it's just a bunch of people. You're like, what do you do? I'm the guy. Oh, I'm that guy who ate a spoonful of freaking. I did the cinnamon challenge, and I coughed a lot. So that's what I do. That's what you do. But yeah, well, I'm the guy who. So what do you do? Oh, I'm the guy who slips. What? That's. Man, go. I don't know. I can't really talk, I guess, because I'm trying to be a comedian, But it's like, it's frustrating when you're trying to achieve something, and people are achieving the thing you want by petting a fat cat, by picking up a banana and saying it looked like, David Schwimmer from Friends. Eh, you write, you make jokes, you write sketches, you edit it, you do all this stuff thinking like, this is what I got to do, this is what I got to do. And then someone comes along and, points at a freaking dog across the street, and the dog's just happens to be looking at them, wagging its tail. 40 million views. 40 million views. 50 million views. Man, it's just, it's hard to stay motivated sometimes. It's hard to stay motivated, Your boy has been, full disclosure, going through it lately, all right? Just a string of unfortunate happenstances, if you will. Got my hand all messed up. Had a good show. That's the thing, man. It just keeps, that one show meant so much, or that one weekend meant so much to me. It's because things have not been going great, and one of the things that just made, it brings me back, it just, it's doing stand up, it's just freaking being up there, cracking jokes, getting laughs, just filling that ego, I guess, and it'll make you feel good. Sometimes I just, I look at the guy on stage, if I watch videos or clips of myself, and sometimes I wish I could be, this is getting weird, but sometimes I wish I could be him more. I know I am him and he is me, but there's some times where I look at that guy and I feel a disconnect. He's up there, he's smiling, he's giggling, he's cracking jokes, and people like him, and I get off and I feel good for a little while, but once it wears away, it's just like I just feel like a different person. And someone told me once, they gave me good advice about that. I was saying something similar about how, the guy that I see on stage, he doesn't seem to have any problems, He's or if he does, he's got a wise crack about him. He's got something to say about him, but everything's good. He's cool, he's calm, he's, seems like he knows what he's doing. And I wish I could be that more. And they said to me, they said, Trey, that's a bunch of malarkey. That if that guy, if you on stage doesn't have the same problems that you off stage has, are they really problems? I think, well, yeah. I mean, and they said that's what meditation is, man. Meditation is about being present, being in the moment, and it takes people years to achieve that. And, and I'm able to do it. They said you, but I'm saying me. I'm able to do it in seconds from being off stage to the side or backstage to the walk on the stage. That's when I go from being stressed, having all these problems, to just being carefree. So I gotta figure out how to bring those two guys together. You know what I mean? Sorry to get a little deep get kind of weird and vulnerable, but it's how it goes sometimes, man. I gotta be me, baby. Gotta be me. Saw a news story of a man who died pleasuring himself. No, That's not what happened. He died playing a video game. He was at one of these internet cafes. He was a Thai fella, maybe in Thailand, right? Or Taiwan, not sure. But he was playing a video game. He's playing a computer-based video game, League of Legends, doesn't matter. And he played for 23 hours straight, and he died in his chair. And like he'd been dead for hours before they found him because everyone's so locked into the game. And it just goes to show, I keep hearing about how in some of these Asian countries where, men who fall asleep at work are actually, it's praised. It's a point of, it shows their dedication to the work and that they're working so hard, they're so exhausted that they fall asleep doing it, right? Well, what the hell do you do when the guy dies? It shows, man, their discipline, dude. Perseverance, man. He was trying to level up, trying to see get his character in like a sexy bikini or something, level up. And he fucking died. And I was thinking, that's so crazy, man. When did this happen? I looked up. It happened in 2012. And I'm just seeing it now. That's the weird thing about internet news. Because before internet news, you watched the news and you saw what you saw. If you didn't see it and it wasn't a big enough story, you missed it. You got to tune in next time. If it was a big one, maybe they talk about it for a while. But if it wasn't that big, you just missed it, dude. And now I'll see stories from 11 years ago thinking, oh my God, did this just happen? Nope. Oh no, it happened a decade ago. So like, are we just out of stuff to talk about? I think there's too many media outlets now talking about different stuff that they just have to go back in time. I mean, pretty soon I'm going to see, a freaking post on Instagram that says the Twin Towers were just attacked. The Twin Towers were attacked by Al Qaeda. I go, wait, what? And I go, oh right, this was over 20 years ago. That will happen to somebody who doesn't know about it. Kids were born after that, which is wild, but it never stopped. A man died doing what he loved. Another man died doing what he loved, and it was masturbating. He was pleasuring himself. He did it 23 times, and then he died. Now, I don't know if he was also like dehydrated or if there were some drugs in his system that allowed him to do it so much. But what we know is so far, that's the record, 23. So for you boys out there, if we got listeners, I know when I was like in high school and it's summertime, so school's out and you got nothing to do. Maybe you have a job, maybe you don't. But those days, those long summer days, I would be just going for it, man. Just busting everywhere, dude. I never hit like double digits, but it gets pretty wild. And so for any of you listening out there, just know, if that's you, if you find yourself in a similar situation, 23 will kill you. If you do it 23 times in a row, you're going to die. So watch out for that. That's going to do it for today, folks. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Got a little vulnerable. We love that. And check out TréLamb.com for upcoming dates. Buy some merch. We got next month. I'll be in Sandy, Utah, doing shows at a tattoo convention. So that should be rough, but it'll whatever. We're doing it. We're gonna have fun. Might be coming out to Wyoming and Florida soon. look out for that, and maybe Phoenix on the way too. So check out the clips. Email the pod, deadbeatsonpodcast@gmail.com, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Take care.